Around here, you hear of certain people, like domestic violence cases and stuff like that, but I've never heard of something so awful. And when I first heard about it, I was extremely shocked. Everyone was shocked. No one could believe that something like that happened this close.
But I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
What's poppin', M2T? It's your boy Ron on the channel to be. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you pull up to the channel. And while you at it, hit that post notification button for your boy so whenever I drop, you can hop up in the truck and roll with me, see what's poppin'. How's it going, fam? Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody was able to get them some rest, sit back and relax, recuperate, and get ready for this week. All right, without any further ado, let's get on to the story. But before we do, I want to address something. The last story that I dropped Friday, I wasn't aware that it wasn't a real story until I posted it, and some of the M2T fam from Baton Rouge informed me, M2T, that's not real. So my apologies for not vetting that story properly like I need to. That won't happen again. We only cover real stories over here at Married to Trucking. I slipped on that one. However, the situation of the story that we just covered Friday about the trucker murdering the wife and the lover, that is a real situation. I know people that has been through that and is still going through that today, and me myself have been through that. I went through that for 15 years with my ex-wife, so I know personally the consequences and repercussions and the feelings of going through a situation like that. It's a situation that's very near and dear to our communities right now today, and it is destroying families, marriages, and people's futures. So there's always a message and a lesson in that story, even though it's an AI story. So let's just focus on the message and the lesson, and maybe there's someone that we can help with our words of encouragement and our words of advice to help them get out of that situation. All right. October the 10th, 2024, Mount Olivet, Kentucky. 32-year-old Torelina Fields neighbor walked over to her home to do work for her mom that the mom had paid the neighbor to do. When he walked over there on October the 10th, he walked into the home, and when he walked into the home, he found Torelina in the kitchen cooking. And what she was cooking on that stove was not ramen noodles. It was her mother. Check this out.
Kentucky State Police is painting a disturbing picture. A Mount Olivet woman argues she was casting spells when a body believed to be Trudy Fields was found outside the home. A contractor says he began looking for Fields when she didn't answer the door. He followed drag marks in the grass to find multiple blood-stained items and a dismembered body. He adds he saw a pile of hair that he believed belonged to the homeowner. When troopers arrived at the home on Briarly Ridge Road, they say they removed a pot from inside the oven. Inside were human body parts. The gruesome news has shaken the small town.
Around here, you hear of certain people, like domestic violence cases and stuff like that, but I've never heard of something so awful. And when I first heard about it, I was extremely shocked. Everyone was shocked. No one could believe that something like that happened this close.
The contractor told police he saw Fields and her daughter, 32-year-old Torelina Fields, a day earlier. He adds Torelina was being confrontational that day, and the two were the only ones at the house.
Trudy Fields' home is up this long driveway. There's a house across the street, but it's a pretty remote area. Kentucky State Police and family are at the property now.
And that's why everyone was really shocked about it, because you don't hear about that in small towns like this. It's usually big cities.
KSP say Torelina was the only one at the house when they arrived. They used tear gas after she refused to leave the residence. She appeared to have blood on her face, hands, and clothing. Torelina is charged with obstructing governmental operations, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse.
I've experienced stuff like this myself, not, as bad as this, but like domestic violence and stuff like that. And you just, from the outside, you don't see it because everybody keeps on a happy face and you just never know what's going on.
Unimaginable. Olivia Brock is still struggling to comprehend. So is the rest of her family. Days later, they say the shock and grief weigh heavy.
It's one thing to find out your family member's been murdered, but I mean, that's a whole other thing for the details.
And the details are gruesome. 68-year-old Trudy Fields murdered, dismembered, her body parts cooked inside her own stove. The person accused of doing the unimaginable, her own daughter, 32-year-old Toralina Fields.
I think somebody had lost control of their mind and had to have something this planned out, or Satanism, or had their brain washed.
Fields' family spoke with us for the first time since her arrest. They tell us Fields spent a few years in California working as an actress, but suffered a severe brain injury in a motorcycle crash a few months ago.
I guess wandering around Cali, didn't know her name, didn't know where she belonged.
The family says they only recently found out Fields returned home to live with her mother. The next time they heard anything about Fields was last week when she was arrested. Kentucky State Troopers found her covered inside the Mount Olivet home. They'd been called out by a handyman who discovered Trudy's body. That handyman told investigators he saw her alive one day earlier while Fields was yelling at them and, quote, casting spells.
Paint her nails and just do different stuff, you know, whatever witchcraft is, but I heard she was into it.
How do you say, I'm so sad and I want justice for my family member, but I'm so sad because is my other family member not okay? Where do we go?
A question they'll continue to struggle with. But as Fields faces 5 charges and a $1.5 million bond, this grieving family wants her to know.
We never stop loving her, no matter what, we don't disown people. No matter what you've done.
Now, the first thing we want to do is send our prayers and our condolences to the Fields family. We want you guys to know that our prayers and our condolences are with you guys. You never know what's going on behind those closed doors with whoever that is that stand next door to you on the right, or whoever stand next door to you on the left, whoever stand behind you, whoever stand across the street. You don't know. This lady had sacrificed her mom, unalived them, everything on her, put each part in the stove, in the oven, little bell pepper, little onions, little seasons, and she ended up having a whole buffet, man. Talking about she's finna cast some spells. Her mama, dog. I don't even curse around my mama, you hear me? I can't even fathom disrespecting my mom in no kind of way, because with the way that we were brought up, because there was 9 of us, 6 boys and 3 girls. Man, my mama didn't play no games, you hear me? I'm talking about the fear of God and the fear of mama got you straight real quick. See, I'm from the old school. We had switches, we had razor straps, we had electric cord. Man, I take y'all down the list. My mama pick up the first thing that's in her reach and goes go slap upside your. I'm talking about ain't no talking done. You just get, God dang, mama. I'm telling you, the fear of God in you. I can't even fathom disrespecting my mama. And here this girl is, 32 years old, cooking her mama on the stove, man. You don't never know what's going on next door to you. The moral of the story, truckers, be mindful of who's living next door to you, man. We're out on this road, we trucking, and we done bought this house, we paying mortgage. If you're paying a mortgage, if you're leasing, if you're renting, however, whatever, the roof that you decide to put over your wife and your kids and your head, you need to make sure that you're careful and vet that area that you're in to see who it is that you're dealing with. Because you don't never know what's going on behind them closed doors next door to your wife while you out here behind this road, man, or your husband. And you don't know the danger that your kids and your family could be in. Toralina could have easily got through with her mama, walked on over there to her neighbor house with her little old machete or whatever. You next. I'm just saying, to be aware is to be alive with who it is that we align ourselves and our family around, and the environment that we putting them in. This is a young lady that then lost her damn mind, man. She done lost her mind. Now, what did she go in there and plead? Y'all tell me, like the story we covered a while ago, the guy, you know, that was a fictional story. The guy ended up running the truck into the house. What do y'all think? They gave him a life sentence, all right? We ain't got to keep reiterating the fiction of the story because we know the situation is very real today. But they gave him like, what do y'all think they go get Torelina for sacrificing her mama? Get in the comments and let me know. What y'all think she go get? Y'all see her family on there, you know, like her sister and them was saying. On one end, we want justice for our mom. On the other end, it's our family that we asking the court to get a justice to. You know, they in between a nail and a hard rock. And like the other story we covered with the lady female truck driver that got showed nothing but grace and mercy by the family of the mom and dad that she ended up unaliving when she hit them. She ain't get no time. She got probation for unaliving that family mom and dad. So get in the comments and let me know how this go turn out with Torelina. This is a real story. This is something that happened this October. You can Google it. You can look it up. Get on there and let me know what you think about it, all right? All right. Big shout out to my A1 Day ones. Big shout out to the ones that just be glancing in to see what's popping. And a special shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, fam. And y'all already know. Until next time, it's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around. Jewelry moving like juice. Look, I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat in the blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future turning up, what a time to be.